All right, Coach. Normally the Texas heat and humidity mean the roof stays closed, but not today as the sun is out here at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Set. Can I take? 50 on the mark. Stop your whining.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard
line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Check line, 40, easy, alert.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Check out. Line, 40.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Go. Watching your time. Exit. 55's mark, guys, 55. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Throwing on 2nd down. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now it's Luck. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Parker unable to get that one. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On first down, Bradford. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
To throw is Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
My set. 20. Push him back. Push him back. Check 3. Check.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
11. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Watch the run. 51 to Mike. Hey, orbit.
On second and 9. Luck looking for Campbell downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Texans 14, Colts 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or division. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and...
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14.
Hey, let go. Watch 55. Come on. 55 is my guy, 55. Yeah, that's right. Come on. Check 99. Watch twist.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Gold for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Cut. 36.
On 3rd down, Bradford. Room here to run. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed.
24. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Here I come.
From the 50, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
From the red zone now, Watson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 3, check 3.
On second down, Bradford. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll try the left side. Bradford. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
It's now 4th down and 1.
They come out here in the eye. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Colts take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Me and you all day. All day. Hey, Alpha. I'm coming after you. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check on.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Smooth. Bring it. Hey, check right, check right. 11. Hey, I'm coming. 55.
Back to throw. Love. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go. Hey, wahoo! I'm coming for you, son. Mike, Ron right. Right there in the middle.
Third and long. It's Locke. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on fourth and a yard.
Tight go. X3, 218, jump. Check 43. Switch.
They'll run for it with Hines. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down, Colts.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A shotgun snap for Love. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike 51. Check Mike. Hey, Steve 6. Mike 51.
Love. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Come on. Hey, Roy.
Throwing on third down, Locke. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he performs.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run the counter. Hines. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A throw by Luck complete to his tight end, Ebron. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Now a give right side. It's Hines, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Good yardage there for the Colts, 18 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Bravo! Quo. Oh, you got deep?
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Check out! 622! Quo. I'm here all day. Hey, Charlie! Hey, check.
Here's Luck now on second down. He's got it to Hilton. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. On third down, Hines, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Check out! 390! 11.
Now a play fake here on first down, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check. Alert. Shady weapon. Check. Under 10.
Here's Luck. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Check out! 290! Check. Nick, Monday.
They'll try to run with Hines. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson going to throw right side here. Complete. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. For touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 97 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now a first down throw. Luck. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
On first down, Luck. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Luck now to throw. Complete to Hilton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll try and run it, but I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Watson. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. 16 yards on that one and also a Texan first down. On first down, Bradford. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
51, Mike. Mike 51. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now a give right side. Bradford. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Luck. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll look to throw. And this is Parker, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Oh, yeah. Hey, exit. Here we go again.
Now it's Luck. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. He was looking for Parker that time. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Houston, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.